Alright. What's going on, Sith friends? Darth Kimchi here. So we're in Grand Arena. I just hit the join button. I did all my 6-dot modding as much as I could. Looked up my squads. I had to gain 2 more squads on offense and 2 more squads on defense. So you guys know I went off of efficiency. So I'm not prepared for Rhodium 2. You know, I don't have the ultimate on my Jedi Master Kenobi. So this is going to be like a whole new adventure. I can't wait to start and see how it goes and let you guys know what you need in Rhodium 2. So let's do a show on Chromium. So a lot of people have been promoted to Chromium and they're not prepared to have 4 fleets. It gets insane. So I think that's where it changes, Chromium. You got to have the 4 fleets. Plus, you have to have 14 squads. You know, what you did on defense in Bronze and Carbonate, it's totally different with just Chromium. Like, I just had to build 2 more squads for defense. You guys know I went off of efficiency, so I don't need 9 offensive teams. But, man, that's going to be tough. So, in Chromium, there's so many different levels. Now that we've gone to this new system of levels within the division, we all know that through the first season or the first rounds where we were facing people so overly overmatched. I had like 42 relics. My opponent had like 3 or 4. So when you get to Chromium, you do not have to have a galactic legend. So when I was coming up early in the game, I was always kind of like, you know, confused. I didn't know what to do. And then I found Otto, and it got worse because he's so amazing. And anything he says, I want to get. So let's try to talk about that a little bit. So when I say you do not have to have a galactic legend, it doesn't mean you should not be farming prerequisites slowly, but your core should take precedence. Now, you should probably try to have your galactic legend by the time you reach to Chromium. So I want to just show you guys how it's just been easy for me to get through Chromium. I have no galactic legend. I didn't need one because I was doing so well, and then the nerf came, and now I'm scrambling for one. I did get Jedi Master Kenobi, but it's my core. Your core is king in Chromium. So let's go take a look at my roster and kind of go through some progression of my roster as well. It's a good recommendation by my good buddy Pancake. I was like, man, I definitely need to do that. I act like you guys know what I have, but you guys don't see what I have. So these are my favorites. I wish I could see everyone's favorites, right? That would be really cool. I hope Capital Games does something for that. All right, guys, so let's go to squads. So this is my 5v5 squads versus Galactic Legends. So this is what I had in Chromium. So I did make a tab for Chromium. So in Chromium 3, this is what I already had. So I have Padme down here. Now I have Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron. All right. So I feel like we have to go to the wall to kind of show everyone first. Let's do that real quick, guys. I hope everyone does all their roster preparations before they hit the join button. I'm sure everyone does. Just don't just join as soon as the it's available. I always go through my roster. All right. So if you guys don't know, in Chromium, the top is worth more points. If you just clear the top, you don't even have to touch the bottom. I've won like that several times. So of course, 3 on top, 2 on bottom, 2 in the back, and of course 2 fleet. I know in a Rhodium, it's 3 up top, 3 down below, 3 in the back, and 2 fleets still. All right, so let's now go to the roster. So now everyone keep in mind about what I just talked about there, because it's going to go through my roster. All right, let's go to Darth Kimchi. All right, guys. First, we'll just talk about fleet. I guess it's a little easier to just go through fleet like we always do in showcases. All right, very easy. It's why I always go to mama ships, guys. In my showcases, show me the mama ships. All right, so I am behind in Chromium 1. Be prepared for this. In Chromium 1, everybody has well, not everybody because I don't. Everyone usually has Negotiator and Malevolence to 7 stars, both Relic. Relic General Grievous, Relic General Kenobi. They're both R7. General Kenobi is usually R8. So, I have never seen anyone put both on defense. It's always 1 on offense, 1 on defense. You know, it could be either or. And then you got to have 2 fleets to at least full clear your opponent. So then what do you have next? So, of course, if you have a Galactic Legend, you got Finalizer with SLKR. You've got Radis with Rey. If you don't have that, you've got to build some other ones. So I always recommend Chimera. I have seen, Imperial TIE Bomber, Vader, TIE Fighter Pilot do very well, but my TIE Fighter Pilot's not Gear 12, and he don't dodge nothing like he used to back in the day. So he gets taken out quickly. My Vader is just too squishy. So I like Imperial TIE Bomber, Bosk, and then Xanadu Blood, because he stealths himself. I'm telling you, he's a nasty little squad. Then I can control it with bringing Vader off the bench. I'm telling you, it's a great squad. Or Home One is an amazing squad. We all know about Home One and the Rebels. So, of course, I don't have Cassian and Bistane's U-Wing. I can't farm Rogue One. So I have Millennium Falcon. I have Rebel Y-Wing. I'm getting a Relic Biggs. Just those three right there. It's a little sneaky right there. So definitely, you've got to have 4 fleets. That's why I highly recommend the pilotless effers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Bacon Tomato allows you to pull Bosk away from the negotiator to make a 3rd fleet. And then you got to get Rebel Y-Wing for Home One. You got to start farming Hyena Bomber and Vulture Droid. Those are nasty effers. Oh my gosh. They give me so many gray hairs because you need those for Malevolence. So make sure you guys do not neglect your fleet. Alright, now let's go to my squads. Alright guys, to be prepared for Chromium 1. So I do a lot of roster reviews, a lot of showcases, and I want to make that a little bit more simple. I just want to enjoy the grind that you've gone through the game. So I want to put out shows like this to be helpful, what you should achieve by Chromium 1. And now I also want to introduce something new to my Discord. They're called Mod God Generals. I'm still trying to think of the perfect name, like Mod Generals. What these are, guys, if anyone loves Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you want a positive community, the link to my Discord is always in my description. Everyone, the grind is too horrendous to be anything other than positive. I've got great people all over the world helping each other grow in the game. So my Mod Generals, these are people who care about your grind and want to help you take out what you need, help you get prepared for the next level. So if you go try to get help like on Reddit or something like that, man, there could be a lot of negativity. You just post a mod that you have and you could get attacked and shunned. So that doesn't happen with the Mod Generals. They're going to help you mod for anything you need, territory wars, territory battles, Cran Corps, whatever you need. My Mod Generals will be there for you. So, of course, I need 2 in every single level. So no matter where you're at, you can always get the gist of what you need in your level, in the next level. These are people with great minds that kind of know what they're doing with mods, and they want to help people. They're super positive. All right, guys, so let's go through how I win in Chromium. So, what I highly recommend, anyone that's new to my channel, if you're still watching, Core is king. Don't let anyone tell you gotta have a Galactic Legend. You don't have to have a Galactic Legend. If you guys see my shows, I beat people with Galactic Legends all the time. So, of course, it's not fun, I can't put out a lot of shows because I'm at work. I gotta wait for my opponent to attack, but you can still win like I do. And then slowly get your Galactic Legend like I already have. I have Jedi Master Kenobi. Now, of course, this is GL bait. You know what I mean? I don't have Cat yet. So we're just down here, grab Chromium 3. So definitely, you got to get your prerequisites going. But got to have these great squads. So going back to the wall, remember, 3 up top. So Big Bang Team. Speed is king. Hold the line. Look at your guys' rosters. If you're watching my show while you're doing this, look at your roster. Do you have 3 great squads that can take out these 3 squads? I'm trying to help everyone be prepared to dominate. If you can, you're prepared for a Galactic Legend. So these 3 teams, I put on the top wall. Big Bang Team, you all know Gas 501st is nasty. You're not using Ewoks. You're not using a Phoenix squad. You're using a top squad, if not a Galactic Legend, to take that out. Next, Speed is king. JKR is amazing with Jedi Knight Luke. I should have JML instead of JMK. It's a whole different story. But Jedi Knight Luke is nasty under JKR. I've sped him up. He does like 11,500 damage. My Grandmaster Yoda now has Vader's mods. He crits at like 65%. He has critical damage mods. Yes, I know, but he does massive damage. Hermit Yoda keeps him alive. So does Jolie. Now, of course, if anyone needs help with modding any of these squads, that's what my Discord has been built for. We have the training room. I've got mod generals. I love mods. I can talk and talk and talk. My shows used to go on for an hour because I was talking about mods. Anyone can DM me. I'm extremely busy. That's what I've created mod generals. They know exactly what is in my mind, so I definitely trust them. And then you got to have... Okay, so sorry, Speed is King. That's an amazing squad right there. I already want to start talking about the mods. I love them so much, but we'll go on. All right, Speed is King, and then a CLS squad to me is disgusting on defense, especially when both of my Chewbacca's have over 170% tenacity. They're at about 175%. If anyone tells you that 110, 120% is totally fine, no, it's not. It is not. Not in Chromium 1. There's so much resisting in the game. My Vader has like 175% potency. I have him at 122%. I run with Bastard Sean Fallen, Sith Apprentice. My Vader's disgusting. So they have to have extreme amounts of tenacity. What makes a CLS squad deadly is the Chewbacca's to be assisting all the time. You should have guard on CLS for sure. Han Solo cannot be stunned or dazed. Hold on, let me look at that real quick. All right. On guard. Can't be critically hit, dazed, immune to daze and stun. So he doesn't have to have all tenacity mods on Han. Just on Chewbacca and Chewpio. CLS does a lot of damage. We know that. See, I'm getting into the mods too much. So these three teams, guys... Can you beat these three teams? So then what I put on the bottom wall. So remember, guys, the bottom wall is 2. So this is where some trickery comes into play. You have to have some kind of strategy when you get the Chromium. So Padme, we know, is a JKR bait. Everyone has JKR for offense, kind of baits them out. And then I've got General Grievous right below it. General Grievous is also needs JKR usually to take them out. So now this Padme squad is not too hard to get through. So they're going to go down. They always go down. Always, always, always. Because I'll tell you something in a second here. So if you don't have Night Sisters, so I have to save Wat Tambor for my Vader to take out your Night Sisters because they're always on defense. He's going with my General Grievous. My General Grievous has like a 210,000 health protection pool. A Vader cannot take out my General Grievous squad. You've got B1 doing like 9,000 damage. If you start dropping like flies, it's usually B1. And sometimes because of Droideka, when he does this roly-poly thing, he'll assist all the time. Wat Tambor gives tech to Magna Guard. It's pretty nasty. So they always go bottom. And also because I only have a relic, I don't have a relic B2, it causes people to be like, oh, I'm going to go for it because it's not relic. And yes, I should have relic B2 instead of Droideka, but it causes people to go for it. So they'll go down, and then everyone, because of their anxiety, even my anxiety, I want to see what's on my opponent's back wall, right? What do you guys think about that? Comment below if you also have the same anxiety. I want to see what's on the back wall. So they always go down. They have to use 2 great squads. Like I said, no Phoenix, no Ewoks. They're using 2 great squads to get through these 2 teams. And then when you get to the back wall, you see that I have Django Rocket Team with a 317 speed Newt Gunray on the back wall. That to me is like, that's like a heartbreaker. I hate Newt Gunray squads. They're nasty, especially if Newt Gunray is fast. I've learned this from one of my mod generals, Gungan. He is a separatist madman. You know, I knew that when you put extortion out, it gives everyone 15% speed, but I didn't pay attention to it. I had Dooku faster. Now my Newt goes before Dooku. I could slow Dooku down because once he gets that 15%, Dooku just starts going insane. I love Asajj. She's a separatist. I love Zombie. Opens up with taunt. Django, because of Newt Gunray lead, he gains massive damage. He already has like 9,000 damage. He gains like 50%. That's almost like Galactic Legend basic damage, you know what I mean? With his double tap, if you guys don't know, on the second double tap, depending on how many debuffs are on the field, he one-shots people because he gains much more offense on the double tap. And his rocket is nasty. This is a disgusting team to see on the back wall. I would highly recommend everyone build an amazing Nuke Gunray team. You're going to go through this route through your journey of the game. Start building these deadly teams. You got to have a deadly General Grievous squad. In Chromium 1, well modded, it's pulling a great squad. And sometimes my General Grievous squad gets holds. Nuke Gunray in the back wall always gets me like multiple holds because it's on the back wall and they're not ready to have that kind of speed. So with that little bit of trickery, so they see the back wall that I have bugs. My bugs are pretty nasty. So they're like, oh, okay, so I should have gone to the top because the top is worth more points. Now with what they've used down here, it is extremely hard to get through the top. So they try to go to the back. So it's very hard to get to my neat team. It gets multiple holds. And usually people don't have enough teams to get through it. My bugs to have... the key is... Like I said, go talk about mods again. Brood Alpha should be super fast. As fast as you can get them. Mine's at 296 speed. With the 60% tenacity boost, he's at 190% tenacity. There is... I'm trying to find one. There is no Vader out there in the game that can solo my bugs. Because you can't put debuffs on Brood Alpha with Vader by himself. I've got enough tenacity. I've tested it all the time. Having him fast like that, it's very rare a Vader can get to that kind of speed without having to use a second tune. So what you're basically trying to do is, definitely in Chromium 1, do not let Vaders solo your bug squads. Now, a lot of people don't have Darth Trey and Darth Sion ready to go by Chromium. I don't understand why. You get Trey for free. Definitely work on them. Everyone puts bugs on defense. My Care Bears go on offense. So let's go to... So if you guys see, this is everything that I put on defense to help me win. You know, this is core you've built up through the game. These are must-have teams. Get them solidified. You know, don't... Early on, we'll talk about, like... a Padme squad. Like early on, it's okay to, you know, just relic Padme and Jedi Anakin, but you'll get to a certain point where they all have to be, you know, modded very well, relic to appropriate levels. They don't all have to be R7, but this is everything I'm putting on defense. So build your core up. Your core is king. A Galactic Legend is only one team. All right, let's go see my efficiency squads. So you guys see my Grand Arenas. This is what I win with, because since I don't have a Galactic Legend, like I said, it's boring, but I win because I win off of efficiency. There's times where no matter where you put your Galactic Legend, or top or bottom, if I can't get through it, I'm taking out the teams around it, and then I'm, you know what I mean? I'm winning by like just 3 or 4 teams. So when you get to Chromium, everyone should have a Vader squad. Everyone. Your Vader should not go first. You know, can't go willy-nilly and just Force Crush and Culling Blade anymore. He's been debuffed. You know, I agree with the debuff. You guys let me know in the comment section. When you were looking at your opponent's rosters, you would always have to count Darth Vader as a squad taking out something because he was so OP. He could be the worst modded Vader in the game and he was still taking something out. So now you got to have proper turn order, proper mods. He needs offense. He needs debuffs. So this squad right here, this V1 squad, is deadly. I love that squad. And then I'm building this Palpy squad because of Mara Jade and Darth Talon. That's nasty. I've learned this Omicron, Zam Omi, from my Discord. I thought it had to be like a lead. Zam Wessel, it doesn't. This squad is disgusting. I only have a Relic Bosk. My Bosk is now like 362 speed. My Grief Karg is like 356. I'm going to be able to take out all Darth Revans and all Darth Malaks because only unicorns get that fast. And I punish slow Darth Revan squads. I'll disintegrate Darth Revan before he even takes a turn. This is going to be crazy in this Grand Arena. And then I've got this Scrap squad. I win with this squad. Now that I have Zam Wessel, Boba Fett's moved to my Scrap squad. I'm going to change it to Scrappier. So Lando gives Scoundrels and Rebels speed. He gives them extra critical damage. Bane does a lot of damage. Queel, I have spoken. I love to use Queel in IG-11. Gives Scoundrels and Droids so many buffs. Creel gives turn meter. He's at like 280 speed. You know, it's a pretty nice little squad. Now, of course, it's not taking out top teams, but I win off of efficiency. These squads right here is what I use to win. Everyone, like I said, has bugs on defense. Usually everyone does. If anything, I'll use this weak Padme team to take out something. So bugs just destroy themselves. You don't need Dartray at R5, R4, R3 is fine for both. Critical avoidance arrows. They can have slow turtle mods. Do defense, health. Critical avoidance arrows, lots of health, lots of protection. Doesn't matter how fast they are. Bugs will just destroy themselves. And then I had to build this broke Jedi squad for Erodium. They're all broke Jedi. I mean, what can I say? I mean, I'll see what that takes out. And then my Care Bears. I can't wait to get Chief Chirper, the Omicron. I know my good buddy Pancake. We're in the same guild. I've been seeing him all day, like level up, level up, level up, wicked this, wicked that. Awesome. Great job, man. Wish I could borrow a squad and borrow his Omicron Ewoks. Man, that'd be so cool. I'm going to bring back Nest for this round. All right, guys. So I've probably gone on for way too long. Oh, not too bad, 21 minutes. So that's what I'm just helping. I hope I didn't miss anything. You guys know that feeling when you do something and then afterwards you think of 10 more things you should have said. So what I'm just trying to tell people is you don't have to have a galactic legend by the time you get to Chromium. You know, I beat people all the time just because they can't even get through my front walls. I was 11-1. My one loss came from a guy with 2 galactic legends, a great core, a great fleet. The first one to get to my back wall. So now, of course, at Chromium 1 is when you should have that galactic legend. This is what I have now in Chromium 1. You know, Rhodium I just started. So I've got my GL bait top squad. It's going to pull a GL or it's going to pull a top squad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Qui-Gon Jinn's nasty. Even though he's been nerfed. 6, 7. That's nasty. Love my Jenga Rocket team. 8, 9. I'm going to put Care Bears with the Omicron on defense. Well, once I get it, it's still good on defense. So this is everything I'm going to put on defense. I'm going to see how it goes in Erodium. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this little show, definitely blast that like button. Any helpful tips you can put in the comment section. I love the community. I get so much stronger every video I do because of the great comments. I love you all. You guys keep on sithing until my next showcase coming out here shortly. DK signing out. Good luck to you guys in Grand Arena.